Okay, welcome everybody. They didn't
Oh,
hear that.
sorry.
They didn't hear that part. But they can hear you now. All right, welcome everybody to another session of Whispers in the Woods. We've been on and off a little bit lately just because of busy time of year, but able to have a session today, which is good. So oh, Luna's here. Okay. Um, first things first. Uh, when I was doing my prep last night, I was like, "Hang on a second. There's something I forgot to do last week." And when I was doing the prep, it was about like 11 o'clock at night last night. So I was like, you know what? We'll just do it on stream tomorrow. So you guys need to level up.
My
I
God.
I should have told you to do it at the end of the last session, but I forgot, and then only remembered last night. And I was like, I'm not gonna message them at late at night to make them do it before the session. So we'll just do it on stream. It'll serve double as me getting a chance to remind myself as to what you're all gaining from taking another level.
Yay.
It's okay. I always forget to tell players that too.
It's like the number one thing that I forget, and it feels like it's something that you shouldn't forget as the DM. It feels like it's kind of important, but it's like the number one thing that I always forget to do because we reach the end of a session and I'm talking about 100 other things, and I like to do it kind of towards the end of the session just so that they can take the week to do it and not have to do it on stream. But it is what it is.
Yeah,
So
it's
yeah.
cool though.
Take a sec to level up, and if you have any questions.
I get extra attack and second level spells now.
Yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I gotta pick 2 spells. Although, fortunately, I don't really get much from level 5 other than just like as wizard, because normally I get like I'm used to getting like a bunch of stuff, so at least it won't take long for me.
Yeah, five's
I'm
not
very
a
picky about spells. It's gonna be a minute. Gotta go through the pros and cons of each spell.
Yeah, I gotta meticulously pick each one, and then not proceed to only use them maybe once in the next few weeks.
the reason I wasn't too worried is because when you get right down to like sort of the end of campaigns like this, sometimes they're like you need to separate out stuff to be like, oh well, we'll go way too long if we continue, so we need to end slightly early. And so I feel like we're kind of at that point. And so I was like, if we take a few minutes to level up, it's okay because
Well,
we might have
already
had to
picked 2 of
end early anyway. So
them. Well, it's fine. I already picked one of them.
all right, well, let me know what you're picking so I can refresh my brain on them.
Major image. How could I not pick it with these bracers?
Yeah, it feels like probably the right decision.
All right, now I'm gonna sit for next hour to figure out the next one.
And I only get 1 new spell slot, it looks like, but I'm like really carefully considering which one I want to get.
Catnap spell. I'm trying to figure out if I want a spell that's gonna be like, damaging, or just a spell that Witch can use when he's lazy.
Such is the wizard way.
Yeah. Like, do I want like Tidal Wave or something like, something really damaging, or something like Summon Fae so I can make him do my taxes or something?
I think I'm gonna pick up Dispel Magic. My next first
That is a
slot.
good point.
I'm
I could
just
get
looking at that one.
Nah, I'm not picking Counterspell for the pure fact I'm gonna forget to use it.
Yeah.
Like, we're gonna get hit by like 20 spells. I'm like, wait a minute, I could have not been hit. Oh my god, I'll pick up Sending and then just contact the Beholder whenever I want. Oh wait, never mind. Oh wait, no, I could. Technically. Not whenever I want, but possibly.
Out of any creature out there, beholders are the ones who would definitely be able to put you on a block list.
No! How else is Lola gonna ask him any questions?
Lola got
Or-
a lot of questions.
I could
that-
go with all reliable.
That
I
clip
got
is-
a tiny hut. That's
that
all I
clip is
got.
so
Everything
good.
else is messed up.
So I automatically get Misty Step and Moonbeam for my second
Oh.
levels,
Nice.
but like I'm gonna. Oh, I gotta do that on long rest anyway.
That means
Change
that
out
Sybil
stuff.
needs to get Misty Step so we can all do it. Incite Greed. Witch already has that cast on himself.
Tiny hut, huh? Do I have an asset for tiny hut? Probably. Let's take a peek. I forget if there's a. Oh yeah, there is. There we go. Tiny hut.
Yep, I found it too.
All right.
Of course, I could always go with old reliable, i.e. Fireball. Nah, you know what? I remember I had an argument with a friend like almost a year ago. I told him I'm not gonna pick Fireball, and I'm gonna not pick it just to spite him.
Stuck on a fucking spell. I don't know what spell to fucking get.
The hell is tongues? Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah,
You
like
speak.
knowing languages.
Yeah, okay. I was like, what? Tongues? What?
It sounds like some eldritch type
This-
spell.
Yeah, the second I saw it said divination, I'm like, oh, okay, it's probably languages, and then I read it. You just spawn a bunch of tongues. It's like, oh, okay, cool.
Lola, you said you're having trouble finding a spell or figuring
Yeah.
one?
I got-
what level?
It's a level 3 bard spells. I got Tiny Hut. Tiny Hut's gonna be fun. But now I'm looking at everything else and I have no fucking idea what.
You want control, damage, utility?
Let me look at the spells I know. Most of my spells are control, so maybe I should add a damage, or should I keep with the control route?
Up to you.
I don't know who Lola is yet. Lola is a growing flower. She's but a bud. She
And
hasn't
it's
blossomed.
slowly, ever so slowly becoming Mardos.
Yeah, I was thinking about getting Speak with Dead, and I was like, that's not like Lola at all. She would never.
Mardos should speak with the dead so that she can use it after she
After
kills
she
someone and being like, get screwed. Like, screw you.
Yeah. Get
Yeah,
free.
Enemies Abound is always a fun one. It's an
Ooh.
intelligence save, so there's not a whole lot of those. And basically kind of like mind controls an enemy. They like attack their allies and stuff like that.
Could always do Zone of Truth.
Yeah, Zone of Truth's
Ooh,
fun.
Magic
Using
Circle.
that on enemies and your allies.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a good one to just cast on everybody.
Magic Circle seems interesting. I might pick that one. I don't know.
Keep in mind that something like Magic Circle does consume components, so you need the components.
Get back. I don't want capitalist spells. I don't want microtransactions in my D&D campaign.
Sybil, can you speak with plants?
I don't actually have speak with plants.
I am debating it.
Yeah, it would be very in character for her, but I felt like Dispel Magic, and I only had one extra slot, is probably gonna be more useful,
Mhm, mhm.
maybe, in the next while we're gonna have with this campaign. So
All right. I'm between non-detection and speak with plants. These are the two choices now. Time to read.
Hey, that little blue asshole Fae, his name was Thimble, was it?
Thimble?
That was his name, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so what if I use Summon Fae to summon him?
Oh my god, be amazing.
I mean, he told you guys he was a fairy, but he might not have been telling the truth.
At the very least, I'll summon something that resembles him. and then you're like, why are you taking out your anger on me? All right. Anyway,
Welcome, freshly baked croissant, and thanks for the follow as well. Kobolds invade, hand over the French baked goods or fresh baked goods. Kind of a bit of column A, bit of column B. But welcome. We're just leveling up. That's why we're not started yet. But we will be in a few minutes.
It's the French baked goods. They only want the croissants. The
pretzels are safe, everybody.
so wait, for spells that have components where the spell consumes the component, I'd actually have to get the component for it, right?
Yeah, you don't need your arcane focus replaces components unless it says it consumes them. So spells like Revivify and stuff that need the diamond dust, they're limited. They're usually a bit stronger, and so they're limited by the fact that once you cast them, you have to go find the components. And often, when in a city or a larger town, there'll be just like a component or magical dealer who you can just spend that gold amount. They'll have a gold amount that's the equivalent for all the spells components, so that you don't have to go hunting around for the specific items necessarily. You can just spend the money to find it. I do reduce that amount because I reduce gold in general for you guys. I don't like handing out just like thousands of gold and having you guys just have like tons and tons of money, because it feels weird to have that much money on you. So I usually reduce all my prices in general. So the component stuff gets reduced too. But yeah, it just means that once you cast it, then can't cast it again until you recover those components in some way, either through me giving it to you through the environment, or you just going to a bigger town or a city and just buying it off of a magic store. It's usually sort of the subset of most of my magic item shops, is that they also sell the components too. Herbalists and stuff like that usually sell them as well.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I've never gotten higher than like level 4 in a campaign, so
Fair enough.
yeah, I know like a lot higher levels they actually start consuming the components.
For chat's reference, while you guys level up and finish up with that stuff, for chat's reference, we have Sequili, who is a Oath of the Ancients paladin. We have Lola, who is a bard. What type of bard are you, Lola? I forget. Glamour?
I'm a lore bard.
Lore bard, right?
Hmm.
And then we have Wits, who is School of Illusion wizard. And Sybil, what subclass are you again?
She's Circle of Dreams.
Right. How could I forget that? Too much Dreamwalker, and I've been associating that with Asteria. Circle of Dreams, Druid. Is anyone still picking?
I am, but
Still
I'm
working on
almost done.
Oh,
I think I'm about ready.
yeah.
I know which one I'm getting, but Beyond will not let me pick it, and I am confuzzled.
Let me take a peek.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna pick someone.
Maybe because you've already picked the max. Like, cantrips 3, known spells 8.
That's what I was thinking, and then I'm trying to figure out where did those
Woo.
spells come from.
It
And I
might-
think one of the spells came from an actual feature, but it
I
says
think
it
it's
shouldn't count. I have to look.
It might be Misty Step, because the ones that you're getting from the Rosebriar Lyre are not. They shouldn't be interfering. I don't see
Why?
them. They're
Yeah,
not. They're not picked on your list, so they're not interfering.
okay.
It might be.
I got a feet Fey Touch that gives me Command and Misty Step, and I think those are on there.
It might be those two. If I had to guess what is interfering, it might be those two.
What does this mean?
Lied. I will no longer be picking Summoning Fae because I was looking at 5e tools and it's on a book that is not in D&D Beyond.
With a centaur, if I take my action to dash, and I use Misty Step as a bonus action, I can move up to 110 feet in a straight line.
Too fast.
Pretty wild.
Okay, just for the RP, I almost want to pick Fly and then use it on Sequili. No, I think I'm gonna pick Lightning Bolt. Yeah, I'm picking Lightning Bolt.
Fair enough. All right, are we ready?
I believe so.
I'm good.
Okay. Then, let us get back into it. So, get that. Though it's been a while since we've updated that, so it's a little out of date. Previously on Whispers in the Woods, the party has been exploring a castle in the Feywild in an attempt to find the source of a black mold that is spreading across the forests of the Fey folk, and have traced that source to a castle, an abandoned castle known as the Briar Keep. After exploring the Briar Keep, they found that not only was Beira, the woman who seemed to be causing all of this, located within the keep, but also the source of the black mold was too. And they explored the castle and found that there was some hidden caves in the cellar of the castle that led to a Zemarian heart, which was the source of the mold. And they determined the Zemarian heart to be of infernal origin, given as a gift, they believe, to Beira in order to enact her will upon the world. And so, after defeating the guardian of the Zemarian heart, and with the aid of a slightly unorthodox ally, a beholder named Hephaestion, the party managed to destroy the Zemarian heart and stop the black mold.
And at the same time paint humongous targets on our backs.
Potentially, yes. With some of the infernal agents of Zemaral, one of the circles of hell. And so, after destroying the Zemarian heart, the party now has set their sights on, of course, Beira, the source of the mold and the start of all of this, the woman who started it. Though they still have not quite pinpointed where she might be within the castle. But they found a key on the guardian of the black mold heart, and they know what door it opens, so they have some paths to explore. So that's where we return, to the caves beneath the castle, as they retreat from the destroyed remains of the Zemarian heart to continue onward. I believe some of you were perhaps a little bit wounded from your attempts to destroy the heart, but nevertheless, you persist onward. So let's find some ambiance. There it is. So, the four of you make your way out of the narrow tunnel that led to the cave where the Zemarian heart was, with it lying destroyed behind you. And I believe you discussed a little bit last session as to what you were going to do next, but I don't remember if you decided exactly what you were going to do. So
Pretty
you
sure
tell
the
me.
next like objective thing was to go into that upper room because it also had like a similar, or that's like the tooth key.
You did find a key with a tooth sigil on it, and you have found a couple doors that have the tooth sigil on it as well.
Yeah, I remember we discussed the one that way
Yeah.
had a tooth key. Like we saw it from the outside, and then we went in briefly on the inside, but we haven't unlocked that door. And then what the other one was? What you said, Wits? The
Yeah.
upstairs in the keep.
Yeah.
Had
With
one?
the with
Okay.
with Mr. Spoon running into it.
That's right.
However, wizards need spell slots, and I do not have a lot of them left, so I would also like a long rest when available.
You guys did just take a short rest, I think. Right
We
before you
go.
destroyed the heart, you did short rest.
We go check upstairs door, or talk to Meanlocks. Tell them they free now.
Oh
We'll
yeah,
probably tell
that's
him
a
on
good
the way.
idea.
Hmm.
Speak to me locks, let them know. We
What
go
else
to
happened
doors.
last session? Oh yeah, last session you also did you did leave one of those dudes who ran off in that direction.
We did.
Yeah.
I guess they are technically not safe.
It's also
You-
not our problems. We're just gonna leave.
You are safer than before, but not safe.
Mhm.
Oh.
This way is safe. That way not safe.
No safe.
As you guys kind of make your way towards the eastern tunnel, you actually see one of the Meanlocks kind of peeking his head out, just scanning the area in the dim light of the torches, and surveying the carnage that occurred here, as well as the dead madcaps and, of course, the dead Tooth Fairy. And as he kind of recognizes you guys, seeing that you still stand amongst the bodies, you see the other ones kind of begin to shrink their way along the side of the tunnel as well. And the small one that you talked to before, Alpo, makes his way up to just closest person and says, You killed Boss?" And kind of gestures behind you, Sequili, towards the Tooth Fairy.
Stabbed Tooth Fairy with my toothpick, and Sequoia will like pound his pike on the ground.
That gets a slap on the knee from me. That's funny.
Then the red cap guards dead too?
Oh,
Most of
most of
them.
them.
Willie?
Uh,
Willie? Mm-hmm.
Some still alive. Room that way.
But boss is dead. So Meanlocks are free?
Oh, yeah.
We're getting a bunch of background noise from somebody. I believe it's Lola.
It usually is.
Minlock's free now, yes. But recommend not going that way yet.
He nods furiously. Understood. But you four, you saved Meanlocks.
Yes.
Gift. And he kind of begins to sniff his way along the side of this little tunnel here. And you see him sort of approach these little boxes here, some of the old crates that have been sitting around in the gardens, the mold gardens, and he kind of pushes hard on this crate and shifts it slightly, and then begins to sort of dig in a spot of softer earth. And then after a few more moments of just kind of shooting dirt out everywhere, just kind of like a dog digging, you you see him kind of begin to drag something. It looks like perhaps an article of clothing up out of the dirt. And he sort of pulls it along behind him. And you, as he passes by, Sybil, you can see that it's this long sort of robe. That's covered in dirt, so it's a little dingy. But as he's kind of pulling it, he's brushing it off and trying to make it look a little neater. And so then he pulls the robe over towards you guys, and he just sort of holds it up, kind of by the shoulders, and just sort of holds it towards the four of you, for whoever wants to take it, and says, "Gift, belonged to." Elves who lived here, but yours now.
Not looking quite my size, so
Oh,
clearly we'll pass.
It's a lovely gift.
It actually is a rather large robe, Sequili. You can still say that if you wish, but you do estimate that it would realistically fit you if you wanted it.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm gonna pass on this.
I know, I'm just saying. I just wanted to make sure you were aware. So he sort of brushed the dirt off, and it's this sort of long green and gold robe. It's got sort of along its back this embroidered tree that sort of stretches down the arms of the robe as well. The branches stretch down the arms towards the wrists.
Would
Is
I
there a color
recognize it
symbol?
as any like holy symbol type stuff, or is it just look just ornate?
Yeah, I would say holy symbol works a little differently with Athar, which you would already know. Holy symbol, everybody sort of has their own with Athar.
Okay.
Rather than a specific sigil that describes the religion, since he is just nature itself. It might be a flower for some people, it might be a tree for others. You estimate that this one could be a holy symbol, but again, they're all different.
Anyone else want robe?
I mean, it matches Sybil's color.
It
Yeah.
has so many magical items. It's not funny, you guys. Like,
Sybil
I
said,
mean-
no, thank you.
Woods
Thanks.
kind of like looks at it and he doesn't really want it, but he also doesn't want them to feel bad because it's probably like one of their only possessions. He's like, yeah, thank you. I can take it. He's like kind of giving the look of, I'll give this to whoever wants it, but I'm just taking it.
I
Yeah.
give you thumbs up.
He hands it to you, and as you kind of take it from him, he continues to brush all the dirt off, trying to make it as neat as possible.
What a nice little thing.
And he just says, "Apologies, had to bury it, so Redcaps didn't find."
I think it's gorgeous. It's perfect just the way it is. Dirt and all.
Yes, it's very nice.
Yeah, the
it's
tree.
like-
The tree itself is embroidered in this thread that sort of has a golden sheen to it. It does actually look rather ornate.
So like kind of awkwardly put it on.
He gives you a little thumbs up with his gnarled little fingers.
Mhm.
Love
Alright,
those fingers.
So you did say that it could fit securely. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how far off is like the sleeves for this? Like, is it like
Mickey
looking real
Mouse and
big?
Fantasia.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a rather baggy robe. It's sort of designed for like a tallish sort of elven build, but it still fits you comfortably. It's not so annoying that it would drag on really anybody here. It's not going to drag along the floor or be so absurdly long in the arms that it would interfere with your hands.
Okay. Does it have a hood on it?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, let's like pull up the hood and he's gonna like do a Palpatine impression almost.
Yeah, it's sort of like it's designed to go over other things, so it's sort of an overcoat, a long robe. It's designed to go over a lot of things, armor, over other clothing, all sorts of things. Hence why it's baggy.
Alright.
Looks good, Wits.
Really, it makes me look kind of fat, but I
Really
think it looks
wizardy.
nice.
You were fat before you put it on.
Hides beer gut.
Which is like I'm about to take it off.
Thank you, little friend.
Of course. You saved us. What is your path now?
We killing a bitch.
Still have to find.
I have to get out of
Ava.
this cave. I am cussing more and more.
Well, you see, little one, this may have been your boss, but he also has another boss, and we
killed
are
the
going
boss.
after his boss.
Yeah, he nods. He understands. The lady of the manor. Yes.
Beatrice? What was her name again? I already forgot.
Beira.
Beatrice
Feyre?
was the
Fucking
name.
Beatrice.
Beatrice was the name that she was going when she was.
Okay, I'm like, who the fuck was Beatrice?
When she was fooling elves, she called herself Beatrice, but her true name seems to be Bera for you guys.
Maybe we try upstairs, or try plant that finds. Sequila looks to Sybil when he mentions the plant.
Plant? Which plant? Sorry,
Was it Doombloom? I think
Yeah.
it was.
Oh, the Doombloom. Yeah.
Doombloom.
I guess now it's as good a time as ever.
If you want to do that, Sequila can heal someone. Little bit, if needed.
Okay.
Oh, see, I got 5 on my lay of hands left, if anyone wants 5 healing.
Who's mostly fucked.
I don't know what y'all are at, but Wits is like right at
Sybil's
half.
not very banged up anymore, so.
Lola, how are you looking?
I'm a little bit above half, so I think Wits is lower than me.
Yeah, Wits is like 1 HP above Bloody.
To honor new robe of nature, we'll give you blessing of Athar. And Sequila will pat Wits on his new robe and confer 5 healing from the lay on hands.
Yay.
As a green light kind of glows about the robe.
Ooh. Ah. Well, my little friends, we must depart. I hope you enjoy your newfound freedom. As Sequili said, avoid that fucking room back. I see. I'm custom. Avoid the room back there. I'm leaving this little hole. It gives me bad juju.
Yes,
I
yes.
love you all.
Thank you. One last time.
You're welcome. Are we going this way or the other way? Probably this way.
Yeah.
I'm gonna miss them so much. Look how little they are.
Stay
Yeah.
safe, little ones.
They give you a last little thumbs up, all 3 of them.
Maybe we should have cleared out that last room, guys. I have no.
Don't worry. I
they're
gave
not gonna
one of
kill
them. I gave one of them a dagger a few sessions ago. They'll be fine.
I don't.
Yeah, I think it'll be okay.
I don't know if they can stab.
Honestly, I was half expecting the gift to be the dagger I gave him.
Here's the dagger back.
All right. Like the second or like out of sight, which is gonna kind of like take this off the robe.
Can't you clean it?
Oh, I can
Aren't you
clean it.
magical? Aren't you magical like that? So once you clean it, it's not gonna be a problem.
Well, it'll take a while, but it's not the cleaning. It's just not really my style. It looks
Wow.
too flashy. I like drip, not flash.
Oh my god.
What is difference?
Well, you see, drip is kind of like whenever people look at you, like, oh yeah, look at that guy. He looks pretty cool. But flash is kind of like, just kind of presenting yourself in a loud way, not necessarily good or bad.
What does that mean? Also, are these? Is this moss also dead now?
Yeah, the black mold as you travel through the gardens, the black mold has all kind of withered and turned to this sort of shriveled white as it recoils back into the garden beds.
Success.
While we're walking though, which wants to do an Arcana check on the robe to see if it's magic or not?
Very well.
Hang on.
Sequili does not understand difference between.
Oh, well, that's why you have none.
Do you see his very headdress? That is very drippy. Am I using the term right?
It looks more sacred to me.
Sacred.
Right. Anyway,
Sacred's a good one.
17.
Certainly does have some magic about it.
All right. I'll put that in the identify later folder. Or actually, or maybe, I don't know. We're not stopping yet, so I guess we'll do later.
Can't you just identify it on the go?
I mean, I could, but it technically takes 10 minutes, and I don't think it's gonna take us 10 minutes to get to where we're going. Well, actually,
Probably
it could. I don't know. Yeah, probably not.
The white
Okay.
mold looks kind of pretty now, guys. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, as you make your way back down the hidden tunnels, all of the mold that has been spreading throughout the cavern and these large sort of veins of it has begun to all turn pale and dead as you make your way back to the dungeons.
This is where we met our boy,
Our non-eye pissing boy.
our non-pissing boy.
For
I miss
context,
him
see
dearly.
the most recently created clip.
To understand this piss joke.
See that highlight
was-
on the channel.
It was a valid question. Don't act like y'all never had that question before. Y'all have seen
I'll
some
be honest,
monsters
I
and
did
y'all
not
are
have
like,
that question before.
You
That
told me you
highlight-
never see a monster and you're never like, I wonder how they pee.
Yeah, that's one of the first things when I meet a new person. I ask them
That's
how
what
they
I
use the
thought.
restroom.
How do they pee? It's a
That-
valid question.
That highlight
certainly a
is,
valid
is so
question.
funny. Your comedic timing on that is so good.
It's because it was like kind of a dreary setting, and then you just asked them.
How do you pee? I really had no other questions, but I was like, I gotta make questions. You know, I said I would talk to him. Here's my talking.
Essentially had a one in a lifetime opportunity to meet some like very powerful celestial being. And your first question was, how do you pee?
I was curious. Lola needs to know. She took notes on it too.
No pee.
No pee.
No pee.
So, the four of you make your way back up the stone stairs, out of the wine cellar, through the snake relief door, and find yourselves back in the kitchen, surrounded by food that still looks as fresh as ever.
Cheese.
No cheese for you.
Oh, it still looks good.
Are we heading to Spoon Door?
7 damage.
Yeah, sure.
Very well. So, the four of you make your way back through the halls. You're heading to the main foyer, the entrance hall.
Yeah.
Yep. Let's just bring you right there.
Woo!
So you wind your way back along, all the way around. You loop your way all the way around and come in from the north somehow.
We
Yeah.
take the scenic route.
Yeah, the scenic route. Pass all the way back past that doll room.
Yeah, I was about to say.
We didn't look at it. It's fine.
No, we wrapped around just so we can make the joke again.
The mysteries of the doll chamber shall remain.
Horrifying.
And you proceed to walk your way back up the stairs towards the upper hall.
How about this is back when
poison
Witz had
whips.
poison.
Poison, poison exhausted whiffs.
Ah,
Let's get rid
good
of that.
memory.
for now. So,
Almost died.
as you make your way back through the abandoned upper hallway, surrounded on either side by these old suits of armor, and carefully stepping over the fallen chandelier, you arrive back at that large, sturdy-looking door that bears the sigil of the tooth inscribed along its surface. And right where you left him is the tiny little animated spoon, who is continuing to just walk up against the wall as if he can walk right through it, but is having no luck with that. Just the gentle little clanging of silverware on stone rings out to be basically the only noise in this empty hall.
I believe in him. He'll do it one day.
That day is today.
I guess I'm just gonna stab the key in.
You break
That's
the key and the
only-
session's over.
Fuck. Bloop. Excuse me, little key. Little spoon boy. Oh my.
Yeah,
Trying to
so
jiggle in. Key.
as you use the tooth sigil key, you hear another loud grinding of stone on stone as the the door in front of you begins to lift vertically upwards and clears your path into the upper halls. As soon as the door lifts up past him, the little spoon is gone underneath the door. Just walks right under it and makes his way off. And so by the time you open the full door and pass through, this is what you're able to say. Let's take you all the way over here.
Oh yeah, more spell circles. Oh.
And
Circle.
Our little spoon friend. Our little spoon friend. So as you as the door opens and you're able to see what lies beyond it, you find yourselves in the upper halls of the Briar Keep, dimly lit only by sconces on the walls, as well as this sort of blue light that you can see off down a left-hand hallway. But the little spoon, as you guys see what lies beyond the door, the little spoon forks his way off to the right, and
Okay, dude.
just walks all the way down this hallway, not really paying any attention to you guys anymore. And he disappears beyond
I'm following the
the
spoon.
corner.
I mean, yeah, I really want to follow the spoon if I'm gonna be honest.
We follow
Yeah,
spoon.
me too.
I don't want to deal with scary blue light.
So as you make your way north down the hall, you can see the there is a door that leads sort of off to your right at the end of the hall. Sort of a heavier set of twin doors. As well as the little spoon, who is just sort of marching its way along the hall. And as it reaches a wooden door at the far end, you see it just actually disappear as if it passed right through the door.
What's all that too?
That OGG place.
Not it.
Oh, mother. Let's you go.
It.
Go.
With the symbol, y'all in.
Mage hand to push door.
Poke it first. Poke the
Uh,
actual symbol.
As you reach the end of this hall, you can actually see why the spoon just disappeared right through this door. From the angle you were at before, you couldn't really see it, but now that you're closer, there's actually a doggy door installed on this set of wooden doors that the spoon just walked right through.
Right, Sibyl. So you turn into a rat again.
Do I have any more of those left? I gotta check really quick.
This
Yeah,
is purely
I
because I
do.
want to see Sibyl go through the doggy door.
I'm sure one of us
and-
can slide into the doggy door.
So Quilla's gonna watch our back because we did just pass by an ominous blue glowing circle and don't know what that does.
Actually, here, before you do that, because I don't want you to just kind of use stuff for no reason, would still like use Mage Hand to kind of like open the door, and then you can like peek through
The doggy door? Or the door
Yeah.
itself?
the doggy door.
I will add, as the others are examining, fascinated by the doggy door, so clearly there is like a metal plaque in front of this room.
Oh yeah, let's read that.
It is just a label as to what the room is. It reads ballroom and kitchens.
This room is for balls and kitchens.
knew he was gonna say that.
Ooh. Guess it's going into the kitchens then.
Now, I mean, I couldn't justify Sequili knowing what a ballroom was. I don't think he's ever seen one.
That is fair.
Fair enough.
There's no natural spawning ballrooms after all.
So, what is your plan then?
I mean, I say we could just go in since
Oh,
after
yeah.
you read that. I don't want you to use another slot to do that if you don't have to.
Wild shape slot, you mean?
Yeah.
I could, but I'm not. Do you think there's gonna be anything in here that's gonna like harm us if we go in as people, though?
I mean, I don't know, but at the same time,
Ah,
I mean, I feel like there's better uses for it, and so it's probably
Yeah.
not needed right now.
I said we just bust up in there.
I'm saying that because I have almost no spell slots available, and my helpfulness is going to be pretty limited. So,
So you just say level 5, don't your cantrips beef up? Or is that later?
wait, say that again?
Your Ray of Frost is beefier now, though, because you hit
It-
level 5.
It
Yeah,
is
you're right,
beefy.
Frost is a little beefier.
True. I just mean that, like any utility stuff is going to be pretty limited, except for like identify and other like ritual cast stuff.
Yeah, we'd be alright.
Okay. In we go.
All right. Then the four of you make your way into the ballroom. So give me one moment. All right. Hmm. All right. The four of you push open the twin wooden doors and make your way into the ballroom. And the sight that you are greeted with is a rather expansive hall. The outsides of the hall carpeted with a rather ornate rug, and the sort of center of the room, this shiny wooden floor. Several tables spread throughout the hall, and decorated with flower pots and other glasses of wine and bottles of wine. And on the very far side, along the center of the hall, first, you spot a bunch of satyrs. And they all kind of move in this lurching sort of dance as they spin their way throughout the hall. And then on the very far side of the hall, you spot him.
Oh,
Oh
oh,
my
oh, no.
Seated next to the hearth and just sort of gently conducting the movements of these satyr dancers is a familiar face. A diminutive little fellow by the name of Gimbal.
If only Draven was still here, he'd be so excited.
In
Hmm.
another life.
Lola?
I mean, I'm just gonna join and dance, you know? Where my flute at?
Yeah, as you guys make your way into the hall, the creature on the far side, who some of you know to be Gimbal, um, just actually with one hand still sort of conducting silent music, the other just sort of gestures towards the four of you. Come in, join the festivities.
Don't God tell me twice. Let me get up in here, start spinning around with my fellow satyrs.
Lola?
It's too late. I'm already dancing.
Lola,
Sequilly.
you start to join in with the dance, but the sort of off kilter lurch of these other satyrs is a little bit
That's right.
different than yours, especially because you're not dancing to any actual tune that you can hear. And so you do your best to keep up, but you're a little bit off tempo, and so you hear the creature, who you do not recognize,
Be
say,
friend.
No, that won't do. And then he just sort of brings both hands up and begins to sort of very vigorously conduct. And so make a wisdom save for me, Lola.
Oh,
Oh my god.
mistakes have been made.
Very vigorous conduct.
Oh God. Am I being charmed? I'm assuming not. Oh God. Oh, I didn't think it was gonna be good.
Well, you feel yourself actually lose a bit of control of your legs as you begin to lockstep match the steps of the other satyrs in the hall.
Hey guys, look! He helped me. I can dance now.
Lola kind of turns back towards you guys. Lola's feet are moving on her own.
Looks weird, Lola.
Like
Really?
bad weird or good weird?
Sequilly, you see that little creature over there?
Hmm.
Do not trust him.
Why?
We have met him before. He has almost gotten us killed. On purpose.
Understood. Will not trust.
Still getting a bit of background noise from you, Lola.
Oh,
I
sorry.
can hear somebody talking in the background.
Understood, Wits. So, if we do not trust, do we not dance?
Well, I would just. Damn, out of character, I want to do something, but in character, which is like, nah, I gotta ignore the hell out of this guy. I don't know, which is just gonna go sit down.
Are we just going to ignore? Wait, are we going to ignore Gimbal?
Oh, wait, what do you want me to do?
Kick his ass!
Well, it's not like we're in the fighting position right now, are we?
So Queely is always ready to fight.
Gimbal motions to the rest of you. Come in. Doesn't she look like she's having fun? Don't you want to join her?
My feet don't really feel good anymore, guys.
Oh, nonsense. Look at how the rest of them are dancing. They've been dancing far longer than you.
I'm getting bad juju vibes.
Sybil is going to attempt to observe the satyr more closely and see if there's any light behind its eyes.
You take a look at the satyr here, and make a medicine check for me. With an 11, you're unable to determine exactly what might be going on, but you are able to notice the obvious. This fellow here is severely emaciated. You can see ribs.
Sybil.
Gonna get you out of this, Lola. It's gonna be okay.
I'm a little scared.
You see Gimbal looking at you, Sybil. Oh, did you come to dance too?
Run, Sybil.
Well, Sybil is going to take out her staff. I did come to dance, actually.
Guys, Sybil's gonna try to kill him.
As you sort of begin to advance towards him, you're not able to get that far before
okay.
he starts to speak.
Thought.
Well, he's just gonna talk as you're advancing. So, as you begin to advance towards him, he just kind of narrows his eyes towards you, Sybil. I think our definitions of festivities might be a little bit different. Everyone else, shall we take care of our little ball crashers? And you see all of the other satyrs swivel towards you, Sybil. Their legs still moving, but their upper body's all facing directly at Sybil. And then he waves his hand again with another sort of conductor's flourish. And how about our wallflowers too? And they all turn to face Sequelian wits. Well then, shall we dance?
Guys, help.
Lola's still dancing.
Guys, help.
Clearly, so clearly not very good, but will do his best. Sequeli tries to do like the dressage horses, little prancing dance over to Lola.
No.
It's a trick, Sequeli!
No. I'm afraid that you've missed your chance at that one, friend. And all of the satyrs begin to unsheath weapons, bows, and spears, etc.
Now
Lola's
this
not
is a
feeling good.
dance Sequeli
No,
likes.
The satyrs don't mean to. They're under control. They're my brothers.
Roll initiative.
Damn.
And
I guess Witch really is just sitting here not caring.
Alright, one sec. I forgot to refresh the encounter to make sure that it's you guys at your new level. Oh, hang on. Damn it. One sec. For some reason it added your other character in there. I gotta get rid of that one so it's not in our turn order every time. Okay, that's a little better. Okay. Alright, that's a lot better. Okay. Read yours off in the order that I ask you, because they didn't enter automatically because I was in a different page. Sybil.
free.
3?
Free.
Brutal. Wits.
4.
4. Also brutal. Sequeli, 19?
19.
Nice. And Lola, 13. All right. Then, let us get started. And perfect. Okay. Now let's get started. Let's go with something a little more unorthodox for the battle music.
We are fighting Gimple after all.
Yeah. Let's get a bit of a waltz in here, shall we?
Is Lola still dancing?
Yes, Lola is still dancing. Lola, this will affect your movement.
You know, I'm just trying to dance around, you know?
Wait, cut off your legs?
I have not!
So, first act is this satyr reveler, who is going to draw his short bow and fire an arrow at Sybil. A 15 will hit you, I believe. You're 14, right?
Yep.
Perfect. Then that's going to hit you for. Am I missing a dice? Oh, that's why. I was wondering where that dice went. There we go. That's better. That's going to hit you for 5 piercing, as a arrow lodges in your shoulder. Which brings us to Sequeli's turn.
Alright, so Lola asked him not to kill her brethren. So, can I use my main attacks as like non-lethal or like bludgeoning instead of piercing?
I
know I have my bonus attack that's bludgeoning, but I was just
Yeah.
curious if I could just baseball bat all of them.
Yeah, I'll let you do it.
Okay.
Woo!
Then I am going to charge forward to, let's see here. Right there. And then as I'm going by, I want to wallop this guy.
Okay.
I'm going to wallop him a few times. First wallop.
Hits.
Second wallop.
Also
17.
hits. Yep.
And the baseball bat.
Alright.
That probably misses.
A 9 misses, yes.
Okay, so just 20 total bludgeoning, if you want to call it that. Then.
Damage already taken.
Alright. And
You
then
smack that one upside the head, and it kind of stumbles for a couple steps and then locks right back into its waltz.
Okay. Then that's it, because I used all my actions and my bonus action.
Very well.
Take care, Sybil. So Queely will draw attention.
Sekili.
Then that brings us to another Satyr Reveler, who will short bow at Lola.
Oh no! Brother!
With a 18, that'll hit you.
Oh yeah.
For 6 piercing.
Hmm.
And that'll be the end of his turn. Which brings us to another Satyr Reveler, who will again short bow Sybil. 19 is going to hit you, Sybil, for 4 piercing. Which then brings us to Lola's turn. Lola, at the very top of your turn, you see Gimbal begin to kind of make those flourishes with his fingers again, in sort of a conductor's motion. And so actually, Gimbal gets to use your movement on your
Oh
turn.
no! Okay.
So, Gimbal is going to have you just move about that far away.
Ooh. Bet.
And then the rest of your turn is yours.
Okay. Well. Lola is just gonna, as she's dancing to her little waltz, she's gonna grab her bow and try to shoot the little blue devil.
Alright,
23.
that hits.
Thank God. 4 damage.
Oh,
Ah, you hit him in the knee.
Woo!
Yeah. So you really only
Ear piercing.
sort of skim him with that arrow as it just sort of brushes his shoulder.
Free my people.
And you just hear him go, "Ooh, clearly not far enough away, huh?"
Oh no.
So, anything else, Lola?
uh, let me see real fast. Yeah, that's it for now.
All right.
I'm
Then
good.
at the end of your turn, you can repeat the wisdom save.
Woo! My wisdom is not good. Did I not roll?
Still insufficient.
12!
You're still dancing. All right. Then that will pass the turn order along to. Oops. This fellow here. Who will just sort of waltz his way about there. Draw his bow and fire it at. Can I up him?
Yeah,
Alright,
he
go
was
for
in
it.
reach. Using my reaction, does a 12 hit?
Nope.
Alright, that's me then.
Then he will continue, and he is going to fire an arrow at Lola. But I believe, 12 is just short of you, so he does not hit you with that. Your sort of lurching waltz moves your head right out of the way in the right amount of time, and so it hits the wall behind him instead.
You played yourself, Blue Devil.
Which will bring us to Gimble's turn. What will our friend do? Alright, let's do some measuring. Okay. He continues to conduct with one of his hands and levels the other one with just sort of a pointed, gnarled finger at Sequili. And out of that, the end of that finger is sort of a burst of beams. 3 beams fire out seemingly at different angles, but then they all unite back into one solid beam as they fire at you. That is a 21 to hit, which I believe hits you.
That'll hit.
So that will be 5 lightning damage, 3 fire damage, and 4 cold damage.
Ooh.
Alright, damage taken.
As the beams unite, you feel a shock, a burn, and a shiver all at once.
Ugh. So clearly feel weird.
But he's kind of relaxing by the fire, so he's just gonna hang out there. Which brings us to Witz's turn.
So Wits had before the initiative roll start, he had kind of been drinking a little bit of wine that was in his bag, not the wine that's here. He doesn't trust it.
Very well.
But he had kind of like just finished it, and he was like getting up from his chair, and said, or kind of yells out to Gimbal, Gimbal fella, while I'm
Yes.
while I'm well aware that your cowardice far exceeds your honor, I believe this time we should have a more level playing field than last time. And then Wits will cast Major Image and then use a charge of his Illusionist Bracers.
All right, what are you summoning?
Someone like the most generic, like Oblivion-like guard you can find.
Okay. Let's see. I got a lot of guards from a lot of different towns.
Just a standard armored one, I guess.
Here we go. Here's a fellow.
Yeah, that's it.
How many? 3?
3.
Okay. I'm gonna give you control of them so you can put them where you want.
Okay.
Actually, hang on. We'll just copy this guy.
Oi, bruvs, it's time to dance.
Oi, oi, oi!
Oh, no.
All right.
So you should be able to move
hang
them
on.
now, so you can put them where
I'm
you
gonna
want.
I'm gonna make this one. Hang on, do it. This will be like the main one since I have
Yep.
to make one.
They
uh,
have to be within 15 feet of that original.
Okay. I'll put the original one like here. No. Yeah. Let me see. Hang on. If I moved him, I kind of want him spread out as much as I can. Okay, yeah. So I'll put him here. This one will go here. This one will go here. Okay, yeah. And whenever they summon, this one kind of just goes, you have my sword, Lord Wits.
Yeah, you see Gimbal kind of just turn his attention sort of towards you, and say, so you had friends hiding, eh? Nasty little trick.
Ah, not as nasty as you, fellow.
And if that is the end of your turn,
Yep.
then that'll bring us to, leave this fellow here. Who? There's a few targets kind of all within his range. I'm just going to make a roll. We're just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 across like that, from left to right, between 2 guards, Sequili and Sybil. Oh, that was a 4. Makes it civil. These guys are a little autopilot. So he slumps and waltzes his way over towards you, Sybil, doing a little spin as he does, and then levels the bow and fires an arrow. You're 14 exactly, right? 14?
Yep.
Alright, that meets beats, unfortunately.
Like a pincushion.
Yes, another arrow strikes your side as you take another 5 piercing. But that'll be the end of his turn, and that'll bring us to your turn, Sybil.
Okay. I'm going to cast Entangle.
Let me just grab it for you, then you can put it where you want.
Mhm.
I'll give you control of it. There you go.
Okay. Stupid broken mouse. The question is whether I want to get these two or if I want to get Gimbal. I think I'm gonna try to go for Gimbal. And with my bonus action, I have 1 Bomb of the Summer Court left, so I'm gonna use that on myself really quick.
Very well.
Oh well.
Alright, what's the save on that? Strength or Dex, or what is it? I forget.
Where are you? Strength 14.
Gotcha. Okay. Rolling for Gimbal. That was an 18.
Oh!
Strength is not his strong suit. That was just a really lucky roll. And then rolling for this Reveler. That was an 8, so that guy is entangled. which sort of yanks his feet to a stop, and kind of just you see his lower body kind of straining against the vines that wrap around them. His upper body just sort of falls sort of limp, his head hanging to the side, his arms just sort of swinging.
Oh, and can I still do movement really quick?
Of course.
Still is then going to attempt to move a bit out of range.
Very
And,
well.
that'll be my turn.
That's a restrain effect, right? Entangle?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Which will bring us back to this fellow here. Who just sort of is going to throw his bow on the ground, Sequili, and then just attempt to headbutt you.
Alright.
So his legs still dancing in an elegant waltz. He just sort of rears back with this sort of very limp body and just swings his head towards you.
17 AC.
19 is what he rolled.
That'll hit.
So he's going to deal 7 bludgeoning.
Okay. Taken.
As he just sort of connects right with your forehead. And he kind of, as he slams into you, it sort of sends you reeling a little bit, but his head also just kind of rolls back and kind of limply hangs.
Oh, why?
Which brings us to your turn, Sequili.
Alright. Sticking with the wallops, not going for any murderous attacks.
Mhm.
16?
16 hits.
Alright. Second attack, misses. And the bat. Misses. So 9. I guess bludgeoning then.
Very well. So this fellow in front of you now has kind of a large red mark on his forehead where he headbutted you, but also a couple bruises across his body from you battering him. He looks quite beat up, and he's kind of just limply kind of hanging as his feet move on their own.
Alright, and then I'm just gonna... I'm gonna move just directly in front of him. And that'll be my turn.
Very well. And that'll bring us to B, to this fellow here, to this Satyr Reveler, who will, this fellow's closest, so he's going to just fire an arrow at this guard here. I'm just gonna use a generic AC based on kind of how large he is, since it's not real armor. It's just seeing if he hits the illusion or not with his arrow. If it was a larger creature, it might be a lower AC, but or a smaller creature, it might be a larger AC. But we'll just go for a pretty straightforward one, about the same AC as you have with.
Okay.
So he fires an arrow and it goes right through this illusion here. But again, his head is just sort of hanging, staring at the ceiling. He's not even looking, so it's not him who's going to make the save. It's him who's going to roll to see if he notices. It's our friend Gimbal. But Gimbal's a little further away, so I'm going to make it a harder check for him.
Right.
He's not going to have the modifier he usually would. What's your spell save, DC?
I believe it changed now that, but yeah,
Might
it's
be a little
14.
higher.
Yeah, it's 14 now.
Okay. Then Gimbal does not notice this arrow passing through this guard, so he thinks he's still real.
That guard just goes, 'Tis but a scratch.
All right. That'll bring us to this Satyr Reveler, who will, seeing that one of his dancers has become a little bit stuck in vines, you see Gimbal kind of vigorously begin to motion with his hands again, rather furiously trying to get this guy to uproot himself. So he's going to use his action to try to pull himself out. But with a 7, he does not. So Gimbal attempts to get this guy to uproot himself from this tangle of vines, but he's still stuck there.
Let's
So,
imagine Gimbal is sitting on one of the vines because he didn't get captured by it.
yeah, he's just kind of seated on top of one of them, just relaxing, reclining in it like the like in the bend of one of them.
Oh yeah. That's a real flex on him.
All right, so that'll end that Reveler's turn, which will bring us to Lola. So, top of your
Where are we
turn, Lola.
going? Where are we going?
He's just gonna move you right into this patch of thorns here.
Bro.
They're not particularly vicious looking thorns, they're just sort of spiky little vines here. So all you're gonna do is just take a d4, but you take 3 damage as he waltzes you directly into a patch of thorns.
These thorns kind of hurt.
And he's just gonna leave you there, so the rest of your turn is yours.
All right, let's see.
Including the movement he wasn't able to use, by the way.
Okay.
So you only used 10 of your movement, you got the rest of it.
I think we're not on a cliff.
No, I'm fine with being right here. That's fine, I think. Yeah, that's fine. I am going to attempt Fairy Fire on these 3 guys.
Alright, let me grab you Fairy Fire.
We're gonna have a lot of patches.
Alright. Put it where you want it.
See. So no, we're gonna go for 2. We're gonna go for these 2. And so I will need a dex save.
Alrighty. These things are sort of being
Oh
forced.
fuck, they're dexterous.
No, they're being forced to dance. They don't get the usual dexterity that a satyr would have. So rolling for top one, then rolling for bottom one. They both fail it.
All right.
Yes, advantage. Yes.
Some advantage. And that was already spell, so that will. I'm gonna stay with these thorns. Thorns aren't too much of a problem.
Cozy.
If you stay in the thorns, you're gonna take the damage again. I'll warn you that.
We're gonna move just a little bit out of these thorns.
If you're just gonna hang out in a thorn bush, you're gonna
We
take
dance
another
without
d4 at the top of your next
I'm
turn.
just dancing in these thorns. If I dance well enough, the thorns will be no more.
Okay.
Just, ow, ow, I'm fine, ow.
No, this is great.
You just
Ow.
die from the thorns alone because you've been there for so long.
One of
Man,
them
real close.
pricks you in the throat and just
Oh.
opens up a
Bleed out.
Okay, so then if that's the end of your turn, Lola, then you can repeat your save again.
I'm no good at wisdom. Whew. No, I'm still dancing. Don't mind me.
You are still dancing, yes.
You know what? Good thing I got in the groove of the dance. It's okay.
I'm just imagining you on him Yeah, well, actually, I wanted to dance anyway.
I like dancing.
All right. That'll bring us to Reveler here, who is right up against this guard here, so he's gonna throw his bow down as well, and attempt to headbutt him. So we'll just use that same generic AC. So this guy will actually not hit him with an 8. The lurching movements of his waltz cause his head to be perhaps in the wrong angle, and he tries to headbutt, but does not successfully do so. Which brings us to Gimble's turn. Who just sort of tiptoes his way through the air to about here. All right. You know what? That's it. He's gonna spend his turn just making faces at all of you.
What the?
He doesn't even need to take the turn.
This
He's gonna hang
guy's an
out.
a-hole.
Dude,
I think that would make you more mad than attacking you.
So
just
Quilly
gonna-
does not like taunt.
You take the A outs from both these guys just so you can go run at him.
Making faces, bad manners in fight.
That brings us to Witz's turn.
Okay. I don't know if I'm gonna do it or not, but so I know I can use an action to move these guys, but doesn't it need to be an action for each one of them, or does it refract and it's like I can move them with one action, or all of them with one action?
How far can you move them?
I can move them. Let me open back up. I can move them. It doesn't say each one has to be moved a certain distance. I can just move them anywhere within 120 feet of me.
Okay. I don't know if I made a note about that. In my item description. I definitely didn't write it in the one that you have, but I don't know that I wrote it back in the day. I would say yes, you can move them. But again, it'll depend how you're moving them. If you just want them to like teleport locations, then that'll be obviously more suspicious.
Wait, you cut out right before you said the teleport locations part.
I'm saying that if you can move them within that range, but as long as you're refracting them with the bracers, but if you just chose to like teleport them to a location, then that'd be suspicious.
Okay, so it'd have to be
And if you
technically-
and if you chose to move them more than your average guard could move, like if you're just all of a sudden making this dude sprint across the arena way further than he could, like further than 30 feet basically, then that'll also be suspicious because all of a sudden he's a little too fast. He's moving in fast motion, you know?
I was gonna move two of them like 5 feet or something.
Yeah, that's perfectly reasonable. But I think what it'll do is it'll maybe force another check that someone could take to see if they're fake or not.
Okay.
So you're able to do it, but if you do it in a way that's very natural to the creature, then it'll make more sense for the illusion. But if you do it in a way that would maybe help you get them further, it might also take away from the illusion. So you still have to kind of RP them as real through your actions.
Okay. So I want both of these guys to move up,
Mhm.
and I'm kind of like, this one's gonna like move up and like try to like jump and like swing at him, or not really jump, I guess, but like try to swing at him and like I'll make him like miss, you know?
Yeah, like
Like-
feigning,
Yeah.
as if he was trying to hit him, but he didn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then this one will move up to here, and he'll kind of like he'll like hit his shield with his sword and be like, "Give it your best shot, Seda."
Okay. You're not gonna get much of a reaction out of this dude because his head is just kind of hanging limp at a weird angle.
And then Wits will make the exact same face as Gimbal made to us back at him. And now we Wits' turn.
Yeah, Gimbal just goes, now that's a lovely smile.
That'll be Wits' turn.
Very well. And that'll bring us to this reveler here. Who? So clearly rolling investigation to see if he knows if it's real or not.
I mean, we all just leveled up. We got new spells. I don't know what wizards can do.
Fair enough. This dude is just going to kind of waltz his way towards Sybil, so that'll give you an AOP if you want it, so clearly.
Yeah, I'll take one. Like, so as he's entering my reach, I'll take that one.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay.
So you swing at him,
Nice.
but you should. It's a fairy fire guy.
Oh, that's right. Nice.
17.
You hit. So as he walks by you, as he kind of waltzes
Oh.
his way by you, you just sort of spin your pike and smack him right across the head, and his head just lolls at a weird angle as you smack it, and it kind of slumps to the other side. Damage taken, and
Don't walk behind Soquili in battle. Startles.
his hooves continue to waltz him towards Sybil, so the rest of the body follows. And so he gets part of the way towards you, Sybil, and then is just going to kind of, as he's moving towards you, just fire another arrow at you.
Okay.
17 will hit for another 4 piercing.
Oh my gosh. So,
So make a concentration save as well for entangle.
oh, I don't think I've actually had to do one of those yet.
I forgot to give you the little brain.
Just need a
Yeah.
10.
Yeah.
It's gotta be the 10.
So what do I roll for that? Sorry.
It's your it's your con save. Con and con line up, so just roll your constitution save. And all you have to beat is a 10.
Okay.
Alright, then your spell stays up. Any spell with that little C next to it, you're doing the... Well, while you're casting them, then you need to make those saves anytime you take damage. But it is
Okay.
now your turn, Sybil.
What would be not harmful?
Yes, clearly we had the same thought.
I could
Everyone
hit
but
him.
Soquili.
I could hit him with a bat. I don't think that's non-violent. And
If you're trying to be non-violent, typically the non-violent ones are things like bludgeoning damage if you're doing physical, or force damage typically isn't too violent. It's not gonna like set somebody on fire like fire damage would. So things like that are typically the way that you do non-lethal.
okay, I'm gonna hit him in the bat.
You will have to step forward if you're shillelaging him.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, that hits though.
Let's do that.
So roll your damage.
Right.
You should actually roll to hit again just to see if you get a crit. Since you're getting advantage on this attack.
Oh, okay.
Alright, well, an 18, but we use the same 8. Which one are you? Alright, so you bash this one over the head, and his head rolls off into a different angle, and he's still just sort of upper body slumped over, lower body dancing a jig. Anything else, Sybil?
Yeah, that'll be it.
Very well. And this fellow here, is going to, again, is being puppeted, and so he's not going to take the bait of this fellow here, since it's really not his decision who to attack. So he's going to attempt to headbutt Sequili again.
Bring it.
But a 14 doesn't hit you.
No more headbutt.
But his positioning is fine, so that brings us to Sequili's turn.
Sequili's gonna turn to this guy and say, you have this one?
Yes, sir.
Okay, leave this one to you. Sequili is going to raise his pike above his head, like in a downward stabbing motion. And then Misty Step over here in front of Gimbal. And as he lands, unless Gimbal's reacting in some way, he's going to strike down with his pike as he appears.
Yeah, Gimbal reacts by going, "Oh, you can do that too, huh?"
Indeed.
Yeah, make your attack.
Oh god, that's probably a miss. I'm just gonna keep going though. We're jabbing.
Ooh. Jab, jab.
Oh my god.
11 and a 12 do miss.
I
Our
believe.
rolls are terrible.
Oh, well, no. Ooh.
A 14 does hit though.
Oh.
Just kill me now, Gimbal. End it.
Ooh.
Oh wait, I can't even do that last one. Heal back that 4 because I bonus action Misty
Correct.
Step.
Alright, I'll roll back to 4. You're right. I didn't notice.
So clearly not used to teleportation made him miss. Yes, we blame it on that.
Yeah, a little bit
That's
of
why it's called-
teleportation sickness. Just like
That's why it's
the
called
the
Misty
Candle Tree
Step.
boys.
Alright, that's my turn.
Very well. Then that'll bring us to this fellow who's going to headbutt, throw his bow down, headbutt this guy. Let's go for another headbutt. This time he will hit. So he kind of brings that limp head just flies downwards at this guard's helmet and just sort of passes right through the head. So again, he's just doing what he's being told to do. So it's Gimbal who's gonna make the check. All right, Gimbal doesn't notice. He's a little bit distracted by the teleporting centaur. So that'll bring us to guard, to reveler. Which one? This one? This fellow here. Who is still being held down by these vines. So Gimbal's just gonna go, "Come on, you lazy lout. Time to get dancing again." And he's going to kind of force his legs to move. And force him to make that save again. Which this time he does succeed. And so the rest of you kind of see this satyr begin to pull himself out of these vines, kind of ripping his legs and hooves up out of the tangle. And Sybil, you're pretty close, and Sequili, you're pretty close. You also hear a snapping noise as he does so, and then
Oh, oh
he
my
just
God.
sort of limps his way off towards, now moving kind of off kilter. He limps his way south. So that will bring us to Lola's turn.
Okay. Gimbal gonna move me.
Mhm.
Okay. I'm ready. Oh, you fucker.
He just sort of
Back before.
does a little circle with his finger in the air, and just makes you turn about face and march straight back into the vines. Back into the briars with you.
Mm.
So just one piercing that time.
Woo!
I thought you're about to, with the way that the token move, I thought you were about to say he did like a little flicking motion and she just gets flung back. She like jumps
Oh.
into the vines.
A little flicky flick.
So he makes you dance your way back into the briars. You take one piercing, and you are unfortunately gonna have to con save on that one to keep your fairy fire out.
Woo!
Ooh.
That's so
Nice.
close.
All right, fairy fire stays up then. And it is now your
Okay.
turn. You've only used 10 feet of movement, so the rest of your turn is yours.
Okay. Big brain think time.
This one looks pretty wounded. I know that much.
This one is very wounded, yeah.
Don't worry, my guard will get him.
That's what I am hoping.
You gotta dance about out. Okay, and then we're gonna bring him. I'm just gonna shoot Gimbal. You feel like shooting Gimbal.
Very well.
22.
That does hit.
5.
No.
And I will give a bardic inspiration to Sequili. Sequili has
Is there a range on Bardic Inspiration? I forget.
Good
60
point.
feet.
Oh,
60?
it's perfect.
Perfect.
Yep.
Nice.
Alright, Bardic Inspiration for you.
You got a 1d8. And that will
Cool.
be my turn.
And your wisdom save.
Yeah, so at the end of your
And
turn,
my
make
wisdom.
that wisdom save again.
Lola,
if you
no
can,
why?
It's like getting worse.
She's getting.
Lola
Oh
is not wise.
no! She's getting into the rhythm.
The rhythm is
I guess
too
you could say
strong.
she lose herself to dance.
Okay, that's the third save in a row. I'll let you make a I'll let you make an Arcana to help determine the nature of the spell if you want, Lola.
I could try, but
Since that's
Lola
your-
not too smart
That's-
either.
you've now spent 3 turns dancing, so you start to kind of maybe understand it a little better.
How the fuck does this dancing work? The dance is dance.
Never mind.
Maybe a little bit of magic, but mostly dance.
This dance is made of dance.
This dance is dance, and that will be Lola.
All right. This fellow's gonna headbutt. He hits, and passes right through the guard. So let's make another roll for
Which
old
one
Gimbal.
attacked?
This one attacked that guard
Okay.
and passed right through him again. So Gimbal is going to make some intelligence rolls. This time, Sequili, you see Gimbal all of a sudden just dart his eyes off to the side, looking south in the hall as he was focused on you, but all of a sudden he notices something, and then you see just a wicked little grin spread wider across his face. So that's how it is then, eh?
What does Gimbal understand that Sequili does not?
He's not going to add anything to that, but that'll be the end of that Reveler's turn. So Gimbal is going to. Misty Step.
Huh.
Misty Step his way over into the corner here. And then he's going to point one of his fingers at Wits, and he's going to blast that that same triple beam at Wits this time.
Oh, God.
Unfortunate. That might actually really hurt him.
Indeed. So, your AC's 12 or what is it?
12.
12? Okay, yeah. And that does hit you. So, first things first, lightning damage. 3 lightning damage. Plus another... What's the next damage type? Oh, I was on the wrong page. 3, then 5 fire damage. Then... then 6 cold damage.
The 3,
3, 5, 6.
6. The 3, 5, 6.
Yep.
Ooh.
I don't think you have any resistances right now, so...
You're not, so that's 14.
So that'll be the full damage. So you're blasted by this triple beam, and you feel that same shock, burn, shiver as Sequili felt. So make a concentration save as well.
11.
All right.
We're good.
Your illusions remain, and it is now your turn, Wentz.
Ah, you dumb fellow. It appears you've realized it then.
Microwave beam.
Alrighty then. If you want to play like that, we surely can. So Wits will, he doesn't mind moving to break these two now, so he's gonna move. Well, actually, wait. Question. So, I know whenever he moves, it dispels these, right? Because they're being refracted.
Mm-hmm.
But does that still count if he Misty Steps?
Nope. You're all good if you Misty Step.
All right. In that case, Wits will. He's actually not going to go far. He's just going to Misty Step on top of this table right here.
All right. Now it's a party.
Yeah.
Someone's on the table. Now it's a party.
Let me go check my feature off real quick. So he's going to misstep on top of here. He's like, I've learned more than just summoning friends. And then he will cast Lightning Bolt straight line across at Gimbal.
Very well.
So,
What's the actual range on that, just so everybody knows? It's
100.
the first time we're casting. Yeah, so it's the lightning bolt is going all the way across the room.
And anything that is flammable sets on fire in that.
Yeah, so it's hitting the wall, and you're probably setting parts of the rug on fire, a little bit of the table on fire. Let me just grab a few little flames. So there's a little bit of fire going on in this corner now. So is that a to hit or a save? I forget.
It's a deck save.
Dex save. All right. All right, Gimbal. Let's see what you got. Whew, that is a natural 1. Roll your damage.
Oh, Gimbal. Oh, Gimbal.
Gimbal was not expecting
23 damage.
Hey! Hey!
that. So you teleport your way up onto the table, sort of surprising Gimbal because he didn't expect you to be able to do it too. And you see a little bit of a look of shock across his face as you just level your hand at him and fire a beam of lightning across the entire room, setting some of the drapes and the carpet on fire as you do so. It just the lightning bolt passes straight through his chest, and you see him just kind of jolt and yeah, actual Palpatine.
You know what? I'm gonna say he still has the robe on. I know I kind of say he took it off, but I really want him to be actual Palpatine.
with the hood and all, yeah.
Yeah. I have grown more powerful than any Gimbal. than any Fae.
And so he now has like really severe electrical burns across his chest. He is still standing though. 23 lightning damage taken. Anything else, Wits?
With only one level 1 spell slot left, I'm gonna say no.
Very well. All right. Then that brings us to this Satyr Reveler, who throws down his bow and is going to attempt to headbutt Sybil.
Yep.
But he rolls a 7, so he fails to do so. Which brings us to your turn, Sybil.
Yes. Okay. Attempting to hit him again.
All right. Reel back with your empowered staff and swing at him. And a 13 does actually hit.
Oh, thank gosh. Okay.
Roll again, just in case you crit.
Yeah,
Oh,
might
yeah.
as well roll again.
It's not good. Okay.
Yeah, it's green when it crits. So, but we'll take your initial damage, the 11. So you bash him again and send him kind of slumping in a different direction. He now looks pretty wounded. Anything else, Sybil?
I am fresh out of my bonus action healing, so yeah, that's gonna be it for me.
You are. Let me double check something. You're pretty close to Lola. I'll let you make an Arcana 2 if you want.
Oh, okay.
21. Okay, yeah, that's sufficient. You estimate that Lola has been dancing for this entire fight, but you estimate that you might actually be able to knock her out of it if you smacked her.
Make it a
know.
gentle smack. Make it a gentle
Yeah,
smack.
you estimate that if someone were to attack Lola and cause some damage to her, you might be able to knock her out of it.
Right. Give me a sec, Lola. I'll help knock you out of that in a bit.
Wait, what?
Sybil, you said you were out of your bonus action healing. You still got Healing Spirit, I think, right?
That's a second level, and it's a spell I can cast it in the last few turns, but the one from before petered out, so
Yeah,
that
you used
one
all the
ain't working.
ones from before.
Gotcha. I just wanted to remind you because I didn't want you to think you were completely out.
So
Okay, so
that brings us to this Satyr Reveler, who is going to ignore on Gimble's orders. These things are no longer paying attention to the guards, so he's just going to kind of pass right through the guard, waltzing right through the illusion, and he's just going to level his bow at Sybil and fire another arrow.
oh my gosh. Okay.
That was a 5 to hit, so he does not hit you.
Yeah, with him passing through the guard, I'm gonna roll another investigation if that's cool.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, these are more RP rolls, so go ahead. All right. Yeah,
Hey.
you see that that Satyr Reveler waltz right through the guard and see the guard kind of shimmer into a little bit of smoke for a second and then reform himself. And so you're aware of what might be going on here.
So Queely knows what's going on.
Speaking of, it is your turn, Squealer.
Then, oh god, Sybil's getting ganged up on. But Gimble's right there. I'm gonna have to go for Gimble. So I'm just gonna charge forward with my pike raised overhead and go for a stab.
Very well. All right.
Alright, I'm gonna smite with this one.
Very well.
So 13 off the rip, and I'm going to use a second level smite. So that'd be 3d8.
Alrighty.
I believe, unless he's... what is it? Undead and fiends?
He is not.
Okay. Then yeah. So, what was that? 28? 28 total. 13 piercing, 15 radiant.
All right, damage taken. He's looking pretty beaten up.
Alright. Then second attack.
Also hits.
8 off of that.
Alright.
And then pointing to the skies for the home run.
Oh,
Okay, D8.
yep. Oh.
Too little to hit with home run.
You swing at him, but he ducks under it. And so he's now looking pretty badly wounded. You even knocked one of his teeth out. But he's still alive.
Alright, I got one more first level spell slot for Smite, so we're Gucci. That's my turn.
Very well. Then that brings us to... they've all been mixed around, so I have to keep checking who's who. This one here, who's going to ignore this guy and just turn back around on Gimble's orders to headbutt you, Sequili.
Sure.
That is going to hit you with a 22. And so you take 6 bludgeoning as he smashes you in the back of the head with his own head.
Alright, damage taken.
And then resumes dancing. That'll be the end of his turn. So that brings us to this fellow here, who is still limping his way along, but now is just within reach. And so is going to limp his way over towards Sybil and attempt to headbutt. Which he succeeds in doing so. And so Sybil, you're going to take 4 bludgeoning.
Yeah, she's looking pretty bloody by now.
So
Okay.
make a concentration as well.
Alright.
Alright. Fairy Fire... Or, sorry, Entangle is gone, but...
Yeah.
You weren't really using it much anyway. Forget, because mostly it's the druids casting Fairy Fire. But that'll be the end of his turn, which brings us back to Lola.
Okay.
So, top of the turn order, you are dancing.
Still dancing.
So you are going to
I'll
march,
be back.
march yourself right back into those vines, and you're gonna take.
Oh lord.
You're gonna take another 2 piercing.
Okay.
It's a con save for me.
Bloop, 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 bloop.
All right, Fairy Fire's gone too. Double 8s, huh?
Double 8s. Alright. Let's see. Oh, you know what?
And the rest of your turn is yours. He's used 15 of your movement, but the rest is yours.
Okay. Well, we're just gonna step out again.
Lola's just kind of you're kind of waltzing your way over there still. Your legs are still moving in a dance-like rhythm, but you've got all these little thorns sticking out of you as well.
I gotta heal. I'm about to fucking die. Okay. We are gonna attempt a short bow gimbal again.
Okay.
Pew!
15 hits.
Pew! 6.
All right. Gimbal, kind of paying more attention to Sequili after he just took all that damage, gets shot in the side by an arrow. 6
Middle
damage
finger.
taken. Gimbal now looking really bad.
Woo!
But still standing.
Nice. And then I am going to... I'm gonna healing. Is that bonus action? Is that...
Healing word is the bonus action, yeah.
Okay, that's what I was trying to remember. So yeah, I'm gonna 3rd level healing word my ass.
Okay. Roll your healing. 12 healing.
12. And that will be my turn.
You feel all the little bloody pinpricks that have
Popped
opened
out.
up across you. You feel them begin to close. Wounds heal. And if that's the end of your turn, that'll bring us to this fellow here. Who is approximately equidistant towards the two of you, but I think Gimbal will make him go after you. So he walks his way right through that illusionary guard and tosses his bow down to attempt to headbutt you, Wits. He will succeed. And he will deal you 6 bludgeoning. So make a con save for me.
All right. He like hits his feet because he's on the table.
Yeah, he kind of hits you in the knee. Hurts like a bitch, though.
Well, there they go.
Alright, illusionary guards. Fade.
Yeah. They weren't doing anything anymore anyway.
They weren't helping much already, but...
Right before they go, they like look at Wits and they go, "It was an honor serving you, my lord."
Yeah, I'll give a salute, yeah.
Sequili looks proud for a moment. Sequili knew they weren't real all along.
They did their job, they distracted for quite a while. But at this point, they might as well fade. That'll be the end of that guy's turn, which will bring us to Gimbal, who is going to Misty Step again. Kind of equidistant to everybody, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4. You're all pretty close together. Let's just let's see how Gimbal's feeling today. It was 6, yeah. Let's.
Hate to say it, but at this point, it is vital information.
2, 3. So it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, and 4 to see who we cast his beam on. So that is a 4.
You are kidding! Oh my god!
Sybil is
Sybil's getting beat up.
Sybil's not lucky today. I think both times I rolled to see who would attack who, I think it rolled you. Alright, so he's going to level his finger at you, Sybil, and he's going to join his boys in all attacking you, apparently. He's going to fire the beam.
To be fair, she did aggro him.
True, yes. It's canon then. You did start the fight, so he's going to try to finish it. So that is going to hit you for 2 lightning. Alright, 2 lightning, 2 fire. He's really rolling low, huh? 2 lightning, 2 fire, 6 cold.
Oh my god.
So 10.
Sybil is extremely beat up right now. She is barely standing after that.
So is Wits.
Yeah.
You guys have the same amount of health.
I did not envision myself dying by Gimbal.
Gimbal's also looking quite severely beat up, just as bad as some of you. But it is now Wits' turn.
Wits will just like turn to look at Gimbal and like pull down his hood. Let's go. It's over, Gimbal. I have the high ground.
Damn it.
And then he will cast Ray of Frost.
Very well.
God fucking damn it.
He dips and ducks his way out of your Ray of Frost and manages to avoid it. Anything else, Wits?
I think I literally can't do anything else. So, yep, that's it.
Very well. That brings us to this fellow here.
Oh no.
He's gonna go for a headbutt.
Sybil, you better dodge.
Yeah, I think if he hits you, this is definitely gonna knock you out. So,
Sybil, you better dodge.
Yep.
all right, here we go. That was a 9. He does not hit you.
Woo!
Which brings us to your turn, Sybil. You're surrounded by these sort of limp hanging, swirling revelers, but you can see the blue glow of Gimbal beyond them. What do you do?
May I suggest to disengage?
That's gonna be a whole action. I'm gonna get pelted with arrows by the end of that. Okay. I have 3rd level healing. Oh man, that's not much, but it'll keep me up for a while, hopefully. One sec. I think I just accidentally killed myself on a D&D Beyond.
Just
my
I
God.
logged it as damage instead of health.
then just give yourself
Um,
the 3 saves back.
Okay.
Oops, I accidentally died.
I killed myself. Oopsies.
Not again.
Okay. Alright.
Gave you control of the little rabbit. When you search rabbit in the Roll20 search thing, I was searching it to find the rabbit that I use, but if you just find like the Google web results, it finds this, by the way.
Oh god.
Yeah.
I meant
Trash
to cast
rabbit.
Cure Wounds.
Ah,
Healing
yes.
Spirit. Oh no.
Ma,
That is-
there's a weird looking rabbit out here.
That is the top. That is the top
Going with
result
it. Okay.
for rabbit.
Alright.
What do you mean? That is a rabbit.
Cool. So she's generally standing now. I don't think I have any bonus actions. I think that's gonna be my turn again.
Did you heal yourself for that HP as well?
I am.
Make sure you heal yourself. I think that's what'll reset it over. Because I'm still seeing you at death saves.
I was at 11. I do not know how to get myself out of death saves, actually.
Pretty sure whenever you go to modify your health, like if you specifically modify the
I
health
might be able to do
instead
it
of
for you.
adding it.
Could do that too. Let me just double check something.
Okay.
Yeah,
Let
because
me-
three death saves is a success. You're stable, but you're not up. So you need to heal at least 1 HP to get you up.
Here, let me kill myself real quick so I can check.
It's fine. When you click,
Okay, there we go. I got it.
I did it. Yeah, I did it on your sheet.
Oh,
When
okay.
you click on the death saves thing, it should pop up another window, and then you can enter the healing there, and it'll do it.
Whatever you did, Sybil, I would recommend undoing that because you have 1 max HP.
Yeah, okay. There we go. It's fixed now.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Playing this on
so
hard mode.
It is hard mode permadeath Iron Man challenge.
Yeah.
It's still your turn, Sybil.
Okay, that was my main action. Guess as a bonus action, if I can, I'm going to move the rabbit over to Wits.
Yeah, I forget how far you can move, but
Rabbit.
Wait, is Healing
Oh,
Spirit
how-
an action or a
1 second.
bonus action? I thought it was
That's
a bonus.
action, I believe. Let me check again.
I'm gonna pull this
Make
up
sure.
too, just so I can refresh my brain on it. It's been a
Yep,
while.
it's a bonus action, and it can move 30 feet, so...
So I
Damn it,
don't
okay,
think
yeah.
he can get quite to Wits, but he can get to Lola if he wanted to.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna move him here then.
Don't worry, Wits will be fine. Right?
Yeah,
Well,
I got
the-
you. You'll be
Mm.
To
good.
cast it on
Yeah.
yourself and heal on yourself was your bonus action, right?
Yeah, that was. You can't actually move him on the same turn. You conjure him
Oh.
because it's a bonus action to
Okay,
conjure
sorry.
him, and you conjured him on yourself.
Okay, it's a bonus action to conjure?
Yes,
Yeah.
Okay, so do I still have my action left?
yes, as long as it's not a level
Oh!
spell.
Oh! Okay, sorry, I was really
So
confused.
the conjuring is the bonus action, and then the other part where you use your bonus action to move him up to 30 feet, that's sort of implied that it's on your other turns.
Yeah,
Alright.
because you're concentrating on it.
Okay,
You just
well,
move it on your other turns.
if I
Let me add you.
have my action, then I'm gonna try to hit Lola with a fling.
Okay.
Knock her
That,
out.
that
That
does hit.
hits!
That does hit. Alright,
Okay.
Okay.
two bludgeoning. Yeah, that that team damage does sort of
Ow.
give you quite a shock, as you weren't maybe expecting her to smack you, and you suddenly feel as though a veil has been lifted. You wonder why you
Oh.
were dancing at all.
Oh.
As your legs fall still, though they kind of ache a little bit from the exercise.
I'm in pain, but thank you! Now we murder.
No problem.
So, is that the end of your turn then, Sybil? I'm assuming, probably. Alrighty. And that brings us to A, who Gimbal notices Lola ceasing her dance and is going to kind of conduct this guy off to fire an arrow at you, Lola. So that's going to hit you for 4 piercing. Which brings us to Squealy's turn.
Squealy's gonna turn to this guy right here and say, "Headbutt this," and then he's gonna move out of his range so he can A off if he wants.
Yeah, Gimbal will make him do it.
Okay.
A 15 doesn't hit you.
All right. So Squealy kind of skirts to the side a bit as that guy tries to headbutt him, and I'm gonna plunge forward with my pike towards Gimbal.
Very well.
Please hit. Please hit. Okay.
Damn it.
We're
That hit.
smiting.
Smite that shit.
So 7 off the rip, and let me get my smite. Okay, 21, not bad. And then I will follow up with the second attack.
Alright.
Ayy.
For 5 more, and then pointing towards the ceiling.
Home run, baby.
Go for the home run.
Too
Dang it.
small.
Too small.
The ceiling's not high enough.
But it does not matter, actually.
Oh, nice.
As you charge towards Gimbal, he was focusing on perhaps the other two to the south, and he spins to face you. As you get right up next to him, and you see sort of a slightly startled look on his face as the centaur charges towards him, and then you just hit him with attack after attack, and just sort of send him flying as he just limply rolls onto the ground. And he just sort of lies there face down on the hardwood floor here, and as he just sort of lays there for a second, you see all the other revelers just fall limp to the ground.
Oh.
Lola will be taking psychic damage.
If you want to.
Dies.
Dies of shock. Alright.
It only hurt a little bit. It's okay, guys.
So, the revelers all immediately cease their dancing and just fall flat onto the floor where they were standing. Just sort of limp. Lola, you checking that one?
We out of initiative?
Yes,
I'm just
you
looking at all my babies.
Okay.
I'm just running near them like, oh!
Can someone do medicine check on this one right next to her?
Oh.
With
It's
a
nice to have that roll during the battle.
with a 20, with a nat 20, these revelers are very much dead. And you
Oh.
estimate that they probably have been for maybe at least several days. And yeah, with a 20 also, you would estimate that they probably starved to death.
Gimbal, you. Okay, good to know.
You managed to put out the fire so clearly with the tablecloth.
Sweet. Only Sequili can prevent ballroom fires.
What do you mean? You didn't even know what a ballroom was until just now.
Sequili is fast learner.
I'll add, Sybil, your healing spirit lasts for a minute, which in combat is a very long time, but out of combat it tends to be a little quicker. So if you want to just use the rest of the healing it has on the rest of your party, I'll let you do so.
Okay.
In that minute.
Bull is going to hand the rabbit to Lola and just say, "Everybody, at the bunny."
I don't want your
and
stinky
that is
healing.
Yeah, that is how much is that?
I would very much appreciate it.
I'm
So
flinging
clearly
the
likes
rabbit
bunny
towards
heal.
Wits.
Which is
Well,
trying to
Latar
play it
is
off, but he's
broken.
at 2 health right now.
Okay. Everybody gets 1d6.
All right, you can roll those yourselves if you want, but everybody gets a d6.
Man!
Brutal.
Ratio. Skill issue.
And so, using up the rest of its healing, your rabbit disappears. Figure I might as well let you use the rest of it. So, Wits, you make your way over to the form of Gimbal, who is just still glowing, but lying face down on the ballroom floor. What do you do?
Well, Wits had wit and picked up the tooth that Sequili knocked out earlier. And
Okay.
he's like, "Oh, that's a very nice souvenir. Don't you think, little fellow?"
You kind of wait a moment, and then you hear sort of a cough and a splutter from Gimbal as he kind of rolls himself back over and kind of now sort of retreats from the group of you, just kind of on his hands and knees, just where am I?
Ballroom.
As he tries to crawl away, Wits like stomps his foot down on his foot to keep him from crawling any further.
No, ouch, ouch! All right, I'm not moving. Where? Ballroom? What ballroom?
Ballroom. This, Sequili thinks. And he just kind of gestures around. Ballroom room for tables and satyr dances
How did
and fighting.
I get here?
You killed my fucking people.
I did what? Sorry.
Lola gonna have to walk away for a minute. Lola talking in third person because Lola is so upset.
Sequili understands. Not know how Gimbal got here.
Who are you for?
Us 4. Do you recognize us?
No.
Sequili
Not
pounds his
even-
chest. Sequili.
You don't recognize me and the wizard.
No. Should I?
I think you should, Gimbal, yeah.
Well, I must apologize, but I don't.
Wits, you say not trust this one.
Yes, I would never trust him. After what he pulled before.
You
What?
lied to us?
If I can move and I can... He kind of when my memories are gone, then you must have broken the spell.
Sakula's gonna insight check, but only because Wit's already warned
Yeah,
him not to
Witch
trust him.
wants the inside check too.
Yeah.
You can do it then. That's fine.
Okay.
We'll just do it with advantage, maybe, if that's okay,
Yeah.
Jay, since I'm trying to scrutinize him too.
Okay. Oh, thank God.
Gimbal continues. You must have broken the spell that hag placed on me. That wicked lady. He doesn't look to be darting his eyes around, or he doesn't appear to be lying.
God, I wish I had spell slots to use on this guy.
Wits, you say no trust, but seems trustworthy?
Looks like lets out like a big sigh, and like takes his foot off his leg. He's like, I don't know if he's telling the truth or not, but I would not help him regardless.
He kind of rubs the
think he's
foot that
lying.
you were stepping on, and just thank you.
And he just kind of like looks at Gimbal and it's like, look, I'm not gonna kill you. That's all. And then he kind of like wanders off.
Oh, thank goodness. He kind of turns towards you, Sybil. You lot. Yeah, if this is, then we must be in the lady's lair. And since you frayed me, then you must be attempting to take down that wicked hag, yes?
Referring to Vera?
Yes, that's the one. Placed a proper enchantment on me.
How long have you been under this enchantment?
To be honest, I don't know.
And well, you'll have to forgive me and my companions if we're not entirely trustworthy of you, because you did a number of very unpleasant things to us. So
I must apologize then. While I was enthralled, I did evil to you.
Made mean faces while fighting. Not
well,
very nice.
I am truly sorry for any harm I have caused.
Sorry, it's not good
Spells.
enough.
Spells hurt, but mean faces hurt more. Hurt inside.
Well, then I must apologize for those as well.
So Quilly forgives.
I know not what I've done to you while I was under her thrall, but I will try to make it up to you if I can.
right. Well, if you want Vera gone, then it seems we have some shared interests.
Aye, that wicked hag who enchanted me. Of course I want her gone.
All right. Well, that is what we were going to do. So, if you'd be willing to help us with that, we'd be really appreciative.
I'd love to help, yes.
Right. How can you help?
Well, my memory is a little bit fuzzy, but if I really think hard back, I remember seeing black-haired woman, Elvin, I think, yes? And, well, I thought she might be a friend. She promised riches and all sorts of things. And then next thing I know, I was here. But I do remember something about the castle just before I was placed under the thrall. There was a
Hmm?
there was a glowing circle out front of her chambers of a rather brilliant shade of blue.
I am glad we did not go
my.
there first.
Saw a circle.
Yeah, that is just down the hallway, actually.
Well, from what I could understand of the circle, it seemed to repel anyone who she didn't want trespassing. But I believe that it had an arcane loophole, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
I believe to allow the servants to enter. And he kind of gestures towards the kitchen over here. Anyone who was carrying something to be given to the lady of the manor would be allowed to pass through, such that the animated forks and kitchenware could bring food into her chambers.
Interesting. Okay.
I think you might be able to utilize that little loophole and gain access, even if she doesn't want you to.
Thank you, Gimbal. Oh my gosh. I
Happy to
really
help.
want to.
Happy to help. If I can do,
Of course.
if I can undo any of the harm I've done, then I'd be happy to.
Well, I think that if you help us take down Beira, you will have undid the harm you have done and then some.
Speak for yourself, Sybil. Speak for yourself.
Oh yeah. Sorry, Lola.
I really must apologize. I was not in control of my body.
I'm not blaming you, but you're the person I see for their death. So at the moment, I don't want to talk to you.
I understand.
Thank you.
Maybe we rest briefly, say prayers over dead for Lola.
Please.
Yeah.
Sequili's gonna help gather up the bodies and bring them over here to where Lola is.
We'll help out if she can.
Alright, yeah, you gather some of the bodies together. These Seder revelers, they appear to be a tracking party. Sequili and Lola, you'd both be kind of familiar, since you both have probably at least visited Revel Ridge several times. So you might even recognize some of the faces Sequili as well. These were definitely some sort of party sent to stop the Black Mold as well. As I believe you might have been even told by, I think Sybil and Wits were told by someone at Upper Loft that a Seder party was sent to investigate and never came back.
Sequila will just kind of look down on him and say, you all did well. We will take it from here. And then he's just going to say just a small prayer for Athar over them. May Athar guide you in your afterlife. May you return to the earth and grow once again as something beautiful.
Thank you, Sequili.
Sybil used Druidcraft to make some flowers.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, well, she's going to do that and then lay a small bouquet on each of them.
Alright, you have a small little funeral for the fallen satyrs.
What's so kind of like Sai from over here, and you'll see his mage hand kind of dart across the room to try to get all of these tablecloths so that it can rest them over each
Oh,
one.
oh, this is love. We are family now.
Yeah, sure, you can do that. You do a little like magician trick and pull the tablecloth out from under the other things with your mage hand.
The only one he doesn't take out is the one that he's using right now.
Lola
No.
likes the tricks. Tricks are nice.
He's still
And,
drinking mine though.
You drape the cloths over the bodies of the satyrs.
I have new profound rage.
Object of your rage can be Bera, Lula. She's still there. Out there.
Not for fucking long.
Now, from over in the corner, Gimbal kind of coughs. Oh, it appears as though I've been rather wounded. Perhaps not
yeah.
unjustly, though, from some of the harm that I've caused. But I am a little bit injured at the moment. If you don't mind, I think I might need to retreat for the time being.
Oh, before you go, Sybil's going to take a few berries off her staff and hand them to him. This should help with recovery, but don't eat them all at once because they might make you a little tipsy.
Understandable. Thank you kindly, lass.
We get back to where you need to safely.
Thank you all. I'll be returning now. And you see him kind of begin to shimmer a little bit like he did last time and fade slightly. Again, the last thing that sort of remains is that that mouth of his, now missing one of the two teeth. But as the rest of his body fades and only the eyes and the mouth remain, he says, "I'll be seeing you. Now, back to my home. Back to Zemeral." And he gives you a little wink and disappears.
So clearly not expect that.
Okay, one sec. Zemeral is... He was a demon the whole time.
I
He
called
wasn't.
him
Or, like,
Little
going
Blue Devil.
crazy.
He was not a fiend per se, but he was...
Yeah, because we established he wasn't a fiend whenever I smited him, but he could still be a servant of theirs.
mhm.
Oh, no.
I knew I should have
I was
fucking
nice
stabbed
to
him. You were nice to him. He's not sorry at all for killing my people.
Oh my gosh. That means... Do you think he was lying about that?
I don't know.
The spell circle?
I should have trusted my instinct. Even whenever I passed it, I still wanted to kill him. Like even whenever you said with the insight check that he didn't appear to be lying, I still wanted to kill him anyway. But I should have did that. Goddamn.
Well,
God.
at least we not tell him about Heart.
Who's gonna find out in a minute?
Get gimbled! L
Oh.
plus ratio plus gimbled.
Round 2.
Oh boy.
So, Gimbal fades away, and you're left alone in the ballroom. Yeah, exactly. It's like...
Anyone need to rest? Briefly?
I am not resting with my dead brotherland nearby.
Understood.
What does this door go to? I can rest in whatever this door goes to.
Sign outside said ballroom and kitchen. If this
Yeah.
ballroom, maybe that kitchen.
Kitchens are cozy. They're good to sleep in.
This door also has another one of those little wooden doggy doors towards the bottom
Oh,
of it. That spoon has long since disappeared into.
yeah, I'm just gonna open it. I'm just gonna open this door if it opens.
It does open.
I'm just gonna go in. Bloop.
All right.
No, follow behind.
No fear. Just sad.
Then the four of you leave the ballroom behind and make your way into a rather bustling kitchen.
Oh my god, I love it. I'm happy again.
More spoon and more friend.
More spoon friend.
Gosh. Sybil's going to start looking for a pie.
So, as you enter the kitchen, you can see piles and piles of steaming hot food, as well as roaring hearths on both sides of the room and a stove. As all throughout the kitchen, a bunch of animated cookware, a cauldron, a bunch of spoons, forks, knives, a tea kettle, as well as candlesticks. All of the cookware is animated and busy preparing just an endless amount of food. As for a pie, yeah, you could probably find a pie. What kind of pie are you looking
Okay,
for?
good.
You can decide what it
ideally,
is.
it would be a cream pie. Like a banana cream pie.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
you find one.
So, here's my plan. If we have food to give to her and let us in, right?
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
lets us in, I throw this at her face and attempt to pie her.
Yeah, I'm with
I
it.
like it.
Jax, let's go.
Yeah, I'll use the snowball gloves too.
Is this druid tradition?
It is now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh wait, this food is supposed to be for her, right?
Spit in it.
So in that case, which wants to eat some? Gonna eat some nice chicken. Was that a turkey? I can't tell.
It's a turkey.
Alright, you'll take a turkey leg off, take a bite.
Yeah, you don't feel any adverse effects.
Turkey.
Food good.
Very good. And it's also not poisoned.
Ooh. Time to eat, guys. Eat
Yeah.
and rest.
Yeah, we haven't eaten in a while, so Squealy's pretty starving too.
Yeah, the utensils and the kitchenware all kind of bustle their way around you, occasionally bumping into you and then just returning to their path, as they rather busily make these dishes for you. But there's all manner of food, everything from shrimp chilling in ice to cinnamon rolls to freshly cooked steak, freshly baked buns and bread. There's soups and stews. There is all manner of food. Tea, alcohol, there's everything.
Those peaches or apples or I'm going for
Uh,
those.
peaches, yeah.
Yeah. Squealy's gonna pick up a few of those and munch on them.
Which still kind of like use Mage Hand to find all of the up to 4 cups that he can find in here, and like try to bring them together, and then pour everyone some tea in the teapot.
Ooh.
All of
Eat
Mage
it
Hand can be
tonight.
lazy.
Teapot.
Yeah, there's a smaller teapot, but there's also a kettle
Teapot.
clanging its way around.
Yeah, that's why
Um,
Witch like looks at Mage Hand. I don't think that could pick it up.
I don't think that's good.
Actually, Wits, as you place the glasses around this little tea kettle, this little teapot, it actually does just sort of pour the tea for you,
Oh,
And
thank you,
then-
fella.
place itself right back down on the table, and just sort of sit still again.
Witch will like distribute the teacups with or the glasses with his Mage Hand.
This is nice. Now, do we want to sleep on the floor in here, or do you guys... I can make a tiny hut. Tiny hut
I
or
think-
floor?
Tiny hut, tiny
Super
hut, tiny hut, tiny hut, tiny hut.
Oh yeah, tiny hut.
Tiny hut it is!
Oh, we make it a fort?
We make it a fort! Alright, so I'm gonna place it between the tables. Yeah, scoot over. That way the kitchen can still work. We can cast our little tiny hut. Oh god, that's a lot.
That's
Tiny
the
hut.
size of it.
That's a pretty big tiny hut.
It's a big tiny hut. You know what? We'll put it in this corner. I lied. You know what? I look at the dimensions. We're gonna put it in this little corner. Excuse me, Spoon.
You
Yes,
should be
me,
able
it
to
looks,
move it now.
Looks more like a moderately sized
Yeah.
hut.
That okay? I think that's okay. Is that okay?
That's fine.
All right. This is rest time.
All
I
right.
can't believe we got gimbaled again.
I've never been gimbled before, but I hope you know, I am straight murdering him. Next time I see him, there will be no questions asked. Even if he's like, "Oh, please, I forgot. I don't know who I am." I'm stabbing him in the throat.
God, helps me.
You know what I was
really
literally about
thought-
to do until he started talking? I was about to just look at Sybil and be like, Sybil, you can do the honors, and then I should have just did that.
I thought it was just my grief
Uh.
speaking. I didn't want to be an asshole because of my grief, but I should have just straight stabbed him.
God, I'm gonna gimbal him twice with those lightning bolts next time I see him.
He's a little bit of a manipulative dude. Oh, hello. Hi. Welcome, everybody. We're actually kind of close to the end here, unfortunately. But welcome, and thank you for the raid somersault again. Yeah, you got me again. 161
raided.
people. Welcome, everybody.
I'm moderate amount of
Um,
people.
Yes, you
Got
did.
gimbled.
Yeah, you gimbaled us this time. Welcome everyone. We're towards the tail end of the stream. We're gonna be wrapping up pretty soon. But the party just finished a fight against a familiar foe, little gremlin fellow named Gimbal, who they have had some beef with. And he tricked them last time, and this time he managed to get them again. So they're a little bit salty about that right now. But yes, thank you for all the follows, everybody. I might not be able to get all of them, but there's a bunch of them. Yeah, they got gimbaled twice now, so they're not happy about
Describe the goriest kill
that.
that I can possibly do next time we see him.
They're
Just hit him in the
seething.
head with a baseball bat.
Yes,
And thank God Draven's not here, because he'd probably still be like, no, he's not that bad.
yeah,
Goodbye.
and
Dude, you
so,
know it. He wants to learn how to double jump.
They have they retreated to the kitchen after finishing their fight against Gimbal, as some of them were quite wounded, and their plan is to take a long rest. And so they've Lola has cast Leomin's tiny hut in order to give them a place to rest among the rather chaotic kitchen filled with animated cookware. And so that's what they've just done in the past few minutes. So Lola, you conjure your little hut. That's the size of it. It fits within the kitchen. I know it's a little big, but we'll say it fits. And the cookware kind of managed to maneuver around it. Some of them have to kind of squeeze a little bit, but or alter their paths, but they do manage to continue their cooking. As you
We're just a large cauldron in the corner here. Because it's like opaque from the outside, right? So, yeah, we're just chilling here.
we sleep.
they'll make do. They manage to worm their way around it. So, is there anything that you guys want to do before you attempt to sleep?
I cry.
I really want us to scry using the Doom Bloom. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
But that's up to Sybil, I believe, since she's the one that has it. So whenever you want to do
Yeah.
that.
I think it'd be a good idea to try now, actually. To spy on Beira.
We could do it now. We'll do it now before the session ends. We can go slightly longer as long as everyone is okay to, just to do that scrying if you want.
That's Phil.
I'm ready.
I'm good.
Hey,
As long as nobody needs to like rush off right at 10 o'clock. In case we
We
go
have
a
put
little longer.
scrying off like 3 sessions in a row.
I
We
think
have
a
put
little more
scrying
than
off.
3 sessions.
Probably.
Wow. Like a whole week.
Which, due to our schedules, translates to like months.
Sorry.
All right. So you pull out the Doom Bloom, the deep purple flower that you found in the greenhouses, Sybil, and you have to focus on who you want to scry on.
All right.
I'm assuming I
let's
know,
go
but
Feyre, yeah.
not Gimble.
Nah. No, I'm about to say.
Oh my
I'm just
god.
kidding.
I mean, he probably could see some interesting things if he's going to. But yeah, Feyre.
He's probably on a different plane as well.
Yeah.
All right. Very well. Then let's make the save for Bera. Alrighty. She does not succeed.
Oof.
Very good.
So let me double check something for just a moment. BRB chat. I just need to see something. Perfect. All right. So, Sybil, you focus your senses in on finding Bera, wherever she may be. And you feel sort of the rest of this kitchen and the rest of the tiny hut around you begin to fade away. As you begin to focus in on the target of your scrying. And so, a room fades into focus. You look down upon a lavish dining hall overgrown with tangled briar. Oops, sorry. Hang on. My
Yep,
bad.
Twitch.
My bad chat. My bad chat. There you go. A lavish dining hall overgrown with tangled briar. A full course meal sits spread across the table, set for 10. Bera, in the guise you know as Beatrice, sits at the head of the table, slowly swirling wine in a long-necked glass. Far across the table sits a figure shrouded in shadow opposite her. Though they are just at the corners of your vision, and you are not able to see their identity. After several minutes' contemplation, Bera speaks. Looking across the table to her companion, she says, You were useful once. You'll be useful again. And this time you won't fail me. And with that, she stands from the table and turns to the door behind her, walking toward it. The other figure remains seated, unmoving. Leaving the dining hall behind, and you follow her, she walks into an elegant bedroom. A large bed with silken bedsheets and a rug made from a wolf pelt sits against the northern wall. To the south, a desk and large closets. On the far wall, illuminated in blue light from the 2 large glass windows, is a tall mirror. Right there. Bera makes her way across the room and stands before the mirror. She stares into it for what feels like an eternity, staring back at her own reflection. Then she speaks aloud to no one. Things have changed. You promised me power to rival my old strength, and now I wither away. She holds out her arms and kind of turns them as though she's looking at them, looking at her hands and her forearms, but you just see normal arms. As Beira speaks, her shadow, cast by the light from the windows, begins to move and shift. It melts toward the mirror, and when it reaches it, spreads across Beira's reflection, shrouding it in darkness. As a cloak of darkness spreads across Beira's shadow, its form shifts as well. From under her cloak stretch hundreds of shadowy hands. One moment. I need to open something because that was actually the funniest possible timing for that to happen, but incredibly frustrating.
Oh God, Sybil's nightmare is becoming reality.
Give me just a single second to do that. And I will be right back. For those who are not aware, the laptop that I use for my notes just died. Just ran out of batteries.
Oh.
Right in between that sentence. I was really crossing my fingers that it wouldn't. I saw the message pop up that it was dying, and then I was like, please do not do that to me. But of course, Murphy's Law.
It's cool. We can improv it from here. The hands all give each other high fives and thumbs up, and Beira goes away never to be seen again.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right,
Does
Moses.
that work?
Get paid over.
Yeah.
Yeah, she just leaves. Easy clap. All right. Okay. I had to open it again, but not too bad. So, we're back. So, from under the cloak stretch hundreds of shadowy hands, and a whispered voice answers back. The Cimmerian heart was a gift you were to protect. You have failed. To which Beira responds, don't forget your own investment. If you leave me to wither, then the Whisperweld will thrive again. And if the Summer Court regain their strength, then you won't be able to take the slumbering palace. You will be granted one last chance. Do not fail us again. The shadows stretch back from the mirror, and Beira's reflection returns to normal. Beira turns from the mirror, her face looking gaunt and furious. She strides back toward the door to the dining hall. You attempt to follow her with your scrying eye. But the room begins to swirl around you. The furniture and walls dissolve, and you return to your own body.
Oh my gosh.
We know where the hands come from. Yeah, the hands.
Sybil, you see anything good or bad?
She was in a dining room, and she was angry with someone, but I couldn't see who they were. But then she went into her quarters, and the the fiends are not happy with her after we destroyed her heart.
Hmm. Better her than
she-
us.
She says she's withering away. They're giving her one last chance, whatever that means. The Whisperwild. They're interested in this. They have an interest in the Summer Court remaining week, so they can take the Slumbering Palace or something like that. Sorry.
Then, if Bera still acts, our mission is still true. We must stop her. But first, Soquili really needs to nap.
Boy,
True.
me too.
Kill that and the free arrows in my side.
All right then. I don't know if you want to stand guard at all or not, but we can resolve that later. Next session. We'll pick right up again. So you guys can do the long rest right now if you want, just so you don't have to remember to do it next time. Refresh all your character sheets and such, and we'll pick up again from the end of your long rest next time.
Excellent.
Alrighty.
I can change spells now since we're taking a long rest.
Me
Indeed.
too. Which I will figure out at a later date, probably 5 minutes before next session.
Very well. Alrighty, so let's head back over here. Get rid of our mansion ambiance. Get our cozy fireplace back. Alright, quite an eventful session.
We waited on the Doom Balloon.
Yeah. I felt like it was nice though learning it
Yeah.
now. It's a good time.
Instead of doing it before, destroy the Zemarian heart.
Yeah, there was a I wanted to kind of plot that out so it felt like you were actually watching someone who didn't know you were watching them. And I had a whole different scenario for all the different things you guys could have done. That's why I
appreciate you for your thoroughness.
That's why I needed those notes open, and that's why it was such a shame that turned off right when I was trying to read it. But yeah, so right off the bat, does anything interfere with next week that you know of immediately?
Think I'm good.
I'm
Yeah.
good.
I'm gonna be fine.
Okay. Then
I just know that for next session I probably will need to cut off like right at the end time.
Okay,
Just
that's fair.
because the following morning I'm driving 4 hours. So
Yeah, we'll make it a hard cutoff then at 10. This campaign usually doesn't go too long, but we'll make sure it's a hard cutoff at 10.
yeah.
So yeah, then we'll pencil in next week. So again, next Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern, for next session. And that'll be our next session. If anything changes, getting some background noise from you, Lola. I think it's me.
It's always me.
I'm hearing myself through your speakers, which is very strange. So we'll pencil that in for next week, and then the next actual session will be probably Thursday, unless anything changes. For more Seas of Sand, that'll be again 7 p.m. Eastern for the next session of that, and then this Saturday I'm busy. And so is another member of Dreamwalker. So there won't be a Dreamwalker stream, and there also won't be an actual stream at all on Saturday. And I'm probably going to be busy the day before too, so I'm not just going to move the date around. I'll probably just take the weekend off. So there'll be no Dreamwalker this week, and then hopefully after that we'll be able to get that campaign back up and going, because those players were busy the last month or so quite a bit, but hopefully it'll be less so in the future. Other than that, to wrap up, thank you again, Somersault, for the raid. That was very kind of you. And thank you everybody who showed up and stuck around to watch. I know it was just the tail end of the session, which is unfortunate, but hope you had a good time anyway. We will be streaming some more D&D hopefully this week. There'll probably still be a stream on Thursday, even if the Seas gang can't make it. We'll keep plunking away at the Eventide Archipelago. But yeah, look forward to that stuff in the future. If you want to be kept up to date on stream times, you can follow my Twitter there at that link. If I'm gonna be switching days or times of days, I'll use a tweet about it, but I will also post about it in the Discord, which you can feel free to join as well. It's not just for players, it's for anybody. And there's channels for all the different campaigns. If you want to talk about what happened or what you think might happen. There's also a meme channel for your ship posts and an art channel full of a lot of really, really great art. If you ever miss a session, I archive all the VODs on YouTube at that link, Grand Lorian on YouTube as well, where you can go back and get caught up. So if it's not here as a VOD on Twitch, check it out there. Just to watch an old campaign or get caught up on this one or one of the other ones, and see what you missed. If you want to know more about the living world that all of my campaigns, all 3 of these ones, plus all of the old ones that have already kind of wrapped, all the campaigns I run on this channel are all in the same persistent living world of Grand Lorian. So if you want to know more about that world, you can check out the World Anvil, which is kind of like a wiki for factions and deities, places, and people. So if you want to do some extracurricular reading outside of the Arcane College, then you can go ahead and find it there and check that out, because it'll have all the information you want to know, plus constantly updating. Other than that, that's all I have for you. So I hope that everybody has a good night. Is there somebody who we can send everyone to? Let me double check before I end. I don't know if you guys have anything to add. If you need to run, you can run. But I'm just going to try and see if we can raise somebody.
Well, I'm good. I was going to talk about 2nd level spells after we're off.
True. Oh yeah, you guys made us pass the follower goal too. So I'll have to reset that. So thank you for that as well, guys.
Wanderlust streaming Animal Crossing. Rika streaming Kirby.
Rika?
Yeah, Kirby 64.
Yeah, it is not having a good time for me today. Taking forever to load. See if I just search her, if it'll find. Maybe we'll send everybody to Rika. Perfect. Okay, go to Rika. Alright. Rika is streaming Kirby 64 too. Crystal Shards, nice. Love that old game. Perfect. Okay. Go and say hello, go and be nice. And have a good time, because she is great. So take care, everybody. Thank you for watching, and I hope you all have a good night.
Have a good night, everyone.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah. Exclamation mark cheese is that command if you want to roll it and see how much damage you take. I think it's a D8. But
Gotcha,
have a
dude.
good night.